This is about young people, but this is about our future as well. The Juvenile Law Center has done great work, has made great progress, was on the leading edge of the fight to make sure that there was no cruel and unusual punishment when it came to young people. And the people that we are celebrating here tonight are people who have been in front of that fight for years, fighting for the rights of juveniles, fighting so that they are not abused, fighting so that they can be a part of our community and not be ostracized through unfair practices in our criminal justice system.
I recall the first time I heard Steve talk. It was breathtaking. Here was a judge who was fed up with schools arresting children for minor, typically adolescent misbehavior. Here was a judge who proclaimed to school officials that they should send to his court only those students who scared them, not those who irritated them. Juvenile justice reformers watched with amazement as Steve Teske, this Johnny Appleseed in a robe and a bow tie, crossed the country planting the idea that zero tolerance is zero intelligence. The seeds that Steve Teske has spent years sowing have sprouted in every corner of the United States. Steve's policy proposals have been adopted by national organizations and by state and local bodies, large and small. Steve, through word and deed, you have improved the lives of America's children. Juvenile Law Center is honored to present you this year with its Leadership Prize.
Thank you, Bob. Well, you know, I know that this evening is supposed to be about the three of us, Allison, Teen Vogue, Frankie, and I. But the three of us know that it's really not about us, it's about the children. It is this Juvenile Law Center that I admire and that humbles me that would bestow this prestigious honor upon me. You see, they protect kids. They set the bar. They promote the dignity and working hard to ensure that juvenile and child welfare systems protect the best interests of children. That's what I think of when I think of the best interests of children. So I also want to thank the fellow recipients, because I look at Frankie and I look at Teen Vogue, and it just makes it even that much more humbling to be up here and share the stage with them. So with that, Juvenile Law Center, thank you so much for everything that you stand for. I appreciate you. Thank you.
My name is Marcus Jarvis. I've been working with Juvenile Law Center for about 6 years now. I worked in the Juvenile for Justice program for the first 3 years, as well as working within the Youth Foster and Change program. The Juveniles for Justice program is a youth engagement program created by Juvenile Law Center that allows juveniles that have been infected by the juvenile justice system to create and implement change through projects that we create each year. I'm here to give an award to someone who's done an amazing job at doing the work that Juvenile Law Center has always set out to do. We are honored to give this award for leadership for Frankie Guzman and his role that he has played in being a great leader in juvenile justice reform. We appreciate his contributions that he's made, and we would like to thank him very much.
First and foremost, I want to thank the mighty, mighty Juvenile Law Center, for, not just putting this event together and bringing us all together, but, importantly for your leadership and your trailblazing, for setting a high bar and example, for all of us, and especially for me. It's a little difficult for me. I don't do the work for recognition or for credit. But I accept this award because I know that it isn't just about me. It's about the people that have, that work with me and that help me, because I've done this work together. If a kid from Oxnard, from La Colonia, a kid of immigrants who's experienced all these challenges through the support of his community, health and healing, can get to this point to be an attorney, to do great work, in his state, and be recognized by, wonderful folks like the Juvenile Law Center, and be in this building of all places. I think any kid can do that. And then seeing this room and seeing, the strength and the integrity that all of us have, it gives me a lot of hope. for the future and for this movement for justice. You know, and I'm also just, you know, very inspired to know that, you know, we're all getting started. You know, I stand on the shoulders of giants, and there are many, but I also know many people like me that are young and up and coming that are going to do much greater things, and I'm proud, and I'm humbled, and I'm honored, and I'm grateful. And so, you know, with that, I thank you.
My name is Shira Hill, and it is my honor as alumnus of the Juvenile Law Center, Juveniles for Justice Youth Advocacy Program, to present Juvenile Law Center's 2018 Leadership Prize. The Juvenile Law Center is pleased to present this award to Teen Vogue for its visionary work to raise public awareness around incarceration in the United States. In October 2017, the vertical focused on youth incarcerated throughout Juvenile Justice Awareness Month in a series called Kids Incarcerated. This series spanned nearly 30 stories which covered topics like immigration and youth detention, the school-to-prison pipeline, bail reform, and solitary confinement. This series means so much to me because, like myself, many youths are never given an opportunity to ever share our personal stories of our time in the juvenile justice system, and more importantly, who we are. Thank you, Teen Vogue, for your leadership in covering these stories. I'm happy to present this award to News and Politics editor Allison Maloney, accepting on behalf of Teen Vogue.
On behalf of the entire Teen Vogue team, thank you to the Juvenile Law Center for this incredible honor. And to my fellow awardees, whose work is so impressive, I'm so glad to stand among you. I pitched and produced the Kids Incarcerated package because I firmly believe that the penal system in the United States is broken. I believe that Americans should be informed that our vision of justice is skewed, manipulated by racism, classism, and stubbornness that keeps outdated policy in place. Not all young people are afforded the same freedoms, and they are too often criminalized for behavior that could be rectified with care and resources. Teen Vogue readers know that. They see it play out in their communities and the communities they support every day. So in publishing this series last fall, we were making a declaration. Enough is enough. Children deserve chances. Adults can do better if we prioritize the needs of the most vulnerable and reconsider what justice truly means. Because in the world that these teens hope to shape, it's grounded in empathy and understanding. And it starts by hearing their stories. Awarding this prize to our publication means you recognize the informational needs of young people in 2018. They're hell-bent on revolution. It's already underway, and Teen Vogue stands with them. We believe in them, and we can't wait to show you what's next.
First of all, I want to congratulate our winners tonight. So judges, advocates, and writers, you are all working to bend that arc toward justice. And we thank you for that, and we are proud to have you as part of the Juvenile Law Center family. My job tonight is to introduce our last speaker of the evening, James Bell. So here's the 30-second bio. James is the co-founder and president of the Hayward Byrnes Institute. The Hayward Byrnes Institute is dedicated to reforming our youth justice system, but it does it through a very specific lens that is focused on racial and ethnic disparities, and also focused on restorative justice and human rights. They do their work, they've done their work in over 200 counties across the United States. They've worked internationally, and they too are bending the arc toward justice. So James, please come up here and bring us home.
As a first world leading democratic republic, we have constructed a society that strives to enhance nurturing, we've heard about tonight, and provide supports so that folk are able to reach their maximum potential, regardless of skin color, gender, religion, sexual orientation, income, or ability. However, those principles, as we know, as we're reminded tonight, are never self-fulfilling. We know that the protection of rights are not accidents. They are not random in distribution or effect. They need lawyers. They need advocates. They need parents. Rather, these rights reflect symptoms of deeper pathologies of power and are intimately linked to the social conditions that so often determine who will suffer abuse and who will be shielded from harm. Who will suffer abuse and who will be shielded from harm are decisions we've heard tonight that we adults make. Our award recipients have been recognized for their commitment to shielding from harm. And all of us, we heard this tonight, must carry these two emotions. We must remain hopeful because all of human potential needs hope, but while maintaining sobriety regarding our orphans of opportunity. Our award recipients in the JLC are awake and present in this regard. And thus, with your help and support for this organization, we move inexorably forward and more forward and forward. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful close, and I won't belabor the point. I just want to once again recognize all of our honorees tonight who have made this thing just wonderful. Judge Stephen Teske, Frankie Guzman, and Teen Vogue, represented by Allison Maloney. Thank you so much. Let's give them one more round of applause.